Hi, my name is Reverend Grace Bukachi, and you're watching CITAM Church Online. I read from Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, "So brothers and sisters, since God has shown us great mercy, I beg you to offer your lives as a living sacrifice to Him. Your offering must be only for God and pleasing to Him, which is your spiritual way for you to worship God." Offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, even through the cancer journey. Yes, we started that discussion last Saturday. What is cancer? So today, again, Tony joins me on set to share with us what does someone do when they're in this journey? What do you do, my friend who's watching, and you're in this journey? What would you tell us to do?
Yeah, it's usually a very perturbing position to find oneself in because of the stigma that comes with the fact that you now have been diagnosed with cancer. And sometimes the stigma worsens when the stages now come into play. You are told you are now stage 3, stage 4. Those are referred to as end stages.
Yes.
And so perhaps many people start now thinking that our loved one is not with us any longer. Yes, perhaps we prepare for the worst news. But we want to encourage all those who are at that stage, who have been diagnosed with cancer, and also their loved ones, the caregivers.
Yes.
Because when you have a sick person in the household, all of you are also disturbed.
Yes.
Yes, that there is hope.
So moral support.
Moral support, psychosocial support. It's very important. There's hope.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, sometimes it's because people have no idea where to find a solution, a lasting solution.
It's true.
And lasting solution may not necessarily be found in medication. It is found in lifestyle change. Yes, because treatment can happen. And we have seen cases whereby cancer patients go successfully through medication.
Yes.
And the oncologist will confirm to them that indeed the malignant cells have gone to remission.
Yes.
Now remission in this case means they are no longer spotted in the body. But now when you get back to your normal life, are you going to repeat those mistakes that brought cancer?
No.
Or you are going to avoid them? Now that is where real treatment lies. Total lifestyle change. Like what were you eating previously that may have been a trigger of cancer? Like, what is your body mass index? If, for example, you got cancer at a time when you are struggling with weight, then it perhaps informs you that.
And do you use that obese word that I don't like?
Yes, of course, body mass index can be categorized as normal or overweight or obese. And obese, we have obese class 1, obese class 2, and obese class 3. So risk factors for cancer, or those who are struggling with weight, especially in the obese classes, are at a higher risk of contracting certain cancers, especially colorectal cancer, and the cancer of the esophagus, and so on. So when you go back, whether you are at that stage you are battling, or you have been healed, or perhaps you are not sure about the status of your body in regards to cancer, just start working on your weight.
Yes.
Get back to the normal body mass index. That is one way of minimizing chances of developing cancer. Also, you look at where you are living, the environment where you are living. Are you in proximity with the pollutants, for example? Like people who live near industrial areas are at higher risk of contracting certain cancers, especially lung cancer and pancreatic cancer and so on, because of the pollutants, the pollution. Yes, because these pollutants are just heavy metals. They are chemicals that when they get, you inhale them, or perhaps you ingest them in your body through food or through drinks. They bombard and damage your cells. So it's pointless for you to go through treatment successfully, then you go back to live in the same place where you are exposed to triggers.
What if it's not the industrial areas? Because some people are up country and you find lovely old people, and perhaps I'm talking to you and your mom or dad or old auntie or uncle has cancer. Is it something to do with the food or the water? could it, I know in our previous video when you shared with us that sometimes too much red meat, is it, does that contribute to the cells being abnormal, so that even as we are praying and offering our bodies as living sacrifices to God,
Yes.
we also have a part to play,
Play.
in our both spiritual health and physical health.
You are right.
Is there something to do with that?
Yes.
Our food?
Yes, and thank you for asking that, because that brings us to the realization that diseases are caused by different factors. There are different causative agents. We call them vectors in medicine language, or medical language. Yes. So whether you are in the urban setup or upcountry, all of us, at any moment in life, you can be subjected to disease-causing agents. And it also depends with your immune system, the defense system. So sometimes we are affected differently,
Yes.
based on the strength of the immune response.
Yes.
So some people, like, who have weak immunity can be affected more, or they the malignant cells can grow faster than those with strong immunity, because perhaps it has a mechanism of eliminating the fighting back whatever it is that causes that. But anywhere you can contract cancer. That's why there are different kinds, and of course derived from different causes.
Yes.
Like upcountry have people who smoke, and so there are also pollutants. And again, the air doesn't have boundaries.
Yes.
The elements that cause cancer in the urban setup
are the same ones.
The same can reach upcountry.
I like your mentioning smoking, because some of us are believers, but members of our household may not be born again, and so they may be smoking. And you're sitting there in that room, or you're living in that house, and you cannot leave. Perhaps they're an older person, a father or a mother.
Yes.
And so being aware as a child that environment could contribute is important.
You are right. And sometimes when you talk of smoking, people think that it's only person who, the only one holding the cigarette is the one at risk. No, all of us are at risk.
Oh my.
Because he smokes actively as we smoke passively.
Oh my goodness.
So all of us, the moment you notice that there's someone smoking in the environment, then already you have smoked.
Whoa.
And that little ingestion or inhalation of that smoke has, over time, some devastating effects to the internal organs.
Wow.
And so that is probably something that people need to be aware.
Yes.
So you have to be very keen about where it is that you're living. And again, mainly we can prevent or reverse cancer through our diet. If you can ensure that whatever it is that you are eating is alkaline, so that you work on the pH level, so you avoid giving or cultivating the same environment that brings cancer. So acidity is enemy number one. If you want to fight cancer, you have to fight acidity first. Yes. And now, avoiding diseases, I mean avoiding the diet that feeds the cells.
Yes.
Sugary substances are the enemy, another enemy. So if you are someone who loves drinking alcohol, because that's sugary, sugary food, if you eat cakes and bread and whatever, that is where you get those sugars.
The wrong thing.
That is not right. And again, now, detox is something that people don't do. Every time you are walking, you are eating, remember there are certain elements that get into your body system, and that they will accumulate to a level where they start invading your cells and they injure them. Those are called free radicals. So from time to time, you need to detoxify your system. And as we teach people, we give them that detox.
What's a simple detox?
Yes, a simple detox, you start with the colon cleanse. You cleanse. Simple detox is take a pineapple, for example, a few pieces. These days we leverage on technology, even in our kitchen. Take a pineapple, add some cucumber, add a few pieces of carrots, blend together, some warm water. You use some warm water, blend together, and drink that concoction. That it helps to detoxify your body system, to remove to help to decongest the system. Yes, and if you do that consistently, the problem again.
Allow me to say this, because one of the things we were concentrating on in this video is that you have someone who's going through cancer treatment.
Yes.
and perhaps they're struggling, and in the closing minutes of this video, what can they take? Because you see, there's all the chemotherapy, all the chemicals, the radiotherapy. What one parting shot can you give and share direct to the camera and tell that person, this is what you can take? Or different, I know people take different things. I'm a caregiver, so I'm aware that we would take, my husband would take carrot juice or stuff like that.
Yes.
What can you share?
Additionally, avoid processed food.
Wow.
Anything that is coming in a packet is not good for a cancer patient. Anything that is in a packet form. Eat foods that are natural, that are non-processed.
Wow.
Like now, in place of bread, chapati, cakes, biscuits, go for sweet potatoes, arrowroots, that is nduma, guashe, cassava. That's healthy. Eat fruits like guava. People underrate the power of a guava.
Okay.
Pera. And they just call it, I don't want to eat mapera.
Mapera in our country is the guava fruit.
Yes.
Custard apple. Yes. Avocado.
Yes. Gooseberries. Those are fruits that are just wild. You don't even need to propagate them.
We have to bring this video to an end. I hate to do this, but please ask questions and we will be happy to answer them. I may not have all the answers, but I'll ask my friends.
And even before we part, avoid animal protein. Go for plant protein. Eat seeds like cowpeas, like lentils.
Sim.
Avoid red meat if you want to fight cancer.
You guys don't want us to eat red meat.
And nuts, eat nuts in plenty.
All right, we have to bring this to a close. It's been an amazing time. Thank you so much, Tony. And thank you for watching us here on CITAM Church Online. And yes, keep offering your body as a living sacrifice to God. It takes discipline and eating in moderation. God bless you. We'll see you next time on CITAM Church Online.